Good afternoon, good evening. This is Coach Mike, Walk-On Consultants. Welcome to the July Stock Market Meetup Group, the Baltimore Stock Market Meetup Group. I forgot to say that, Baltimore Stock Market. But virtually, we're open to everyone across the country, although we're based out of Baltimore. I'm going to get started with the presentation for today. I'm going to share my screen, and we will have a nice, lively discussion after the presentation. All right, hope you guys can see my screen there. I'm just gonna go to presentation mode. There we go. All right, so welcome to the July meeting for the Baltimore Stock Market Meetup Group. But as I mentioned, because we're virtual, we can reach people across the country. We are open to everyone, beginners, intermediate, and experienced investors. This is a judgment-free zone. We've got about 357 people in our meetup group, but thank you for being here tonight. I am your host, Coach Mike. I'm the founder and CEO of Walk-On Consultants. My primary goal is to reach people like you who want to learn more about investing. You want to learn how to manage your own money. And I try to speak in plain English and not always use the Wall Street lingo, but I want you to become better investors. So if you got questions, please ask me your questions. There's no dumb question. I'm here to answer your questions about investing in the market. I always begin the same way with a quote from Benjamin Franklin, and this is absolutely one of my favorite quotes of all time, hands down. So, but tonight's topic is the halftime report. If you follow sports like I do, I'm a former basketball coach, but I think football has the best halftime adjustments. You see teams come from behind 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, and make adjustments at halftime. And tonight we want to do the same thing with investing in your portfolio. How's your portfolio doing versus the market, and what adjustments do you need to make? Same concept. So for the first 6 months of the year, market was doing pretty good. Nasdaq up 32%, S&P up 16, Dow up 4, right? In my book, that's good, but I'm sure a lot of you are probably thinking, is that good? You know, I don't know. I'm new to investing. Is that good? Because I tend to throw a lot of charts and graphs and numbers, and it gets overwhelming, and I apologize. But this is a numbers game. I'm sorry. It's return on investment. We want to know, how much did I get back on my investment? Was it 10%, 5%, 2%? What's good, right? What's good? Okay, so let's Google what's a good year? What's an average year for the market? Okay, average year about 10%. Okay, so if you're up 32% in 6 months, hell yeah, you're having a good year. S&P up 16, hell yeah, having a good year. The Dow, you're having an average year, because the next 6 months, another 4, that'd be 8 to 10 is normal, okay? So what's not normal was up 32 and 16 in 6 months. That's not normal. So the question then becomes, right, if that's not normal, why is it up so much? And is it going to continue for the second half? Or should I just get out now and take my money and run, because this can't possibly continue, right? Or maybe buy some stocks that are in the Dow. They seem to only be up 4%. Maybe they got a better chance of going up and catching up to the rest of the market. So, you know, who knows? But one question that I know you're not thinking of is who is the Magnificent Seven, right? If you are old enough to remember the old cowboy Western movie from the 60s, most of you are not. It's okay. They did a remake in 2016, okay? But I remember the original. But what the hell has that got to do with stocks, right? I thought we were talking about stocks, not old film classics, right? Trust me, there's a connection. The Magnificent Seven is an acronym given to some of the 7 biggest stocks in the market. They're sort of dominating the market right now and giving it a distorted view of what's really happening to the average stock. You see, indexes were created to give you an idea of what's the overall market doing. There are about 3,000 or more stocks in the market. So we don't want to know how all of them doing, but if I take a group of 500, that gives me a pretty good indication of how the market's doing, right? But these 7 are like distorting it. And so the average stock is not up that much. And that's why there's going to be a rebalancing on July 14th to put it back in perspective and make it look like it should look like, okay? 7 stocks should not dominate 500 stocks, but that's what's been happening for the first 6 months. So who are those Magnificent Seven? Here we go. Names that everybody knows: Apple, Amazon, Alphabet, Meta, can't get used to, man. I'm sorry. It's Facebook to me, man. I don't care what you call it. Zuckerberg, it's Facebook, man. But anyway, Microsoft, NVIDIA, and Tesla. And the same for Google, man. Like, why are you changing the name to Alphabet? But anyway, you see the market cap of these companies is huge. And that's how the weightings are assigned. They are market cap weighted, meaning the companies that have the biggest market cap have the most impact, okay? They're not equally weighted. They're market cap weighted. If you're worth more, you get more influence. I guess it's kind of how society works, right? Not fair, but that's the way it is. What's surprising to me is that the old school name Microsoft is right up there with some of the newer ones that we all know, but Microsoft, don't sleep on the old school name Microsoft, okay? So what is equal weighted versus market cap weighted? On the left, I've got equal weighted. You can think of a dollar. If you had 4 quarters, everything weighs the same, right? On the right, it would be like those 4 quarters, 1 quarter is worth more than the other quarter. How could that be? If I got 4 quarters, they should all be the same. Well, that's what I'm saying about market cap. If you've got 500 stocks, some are worth more than the others. They have more weight. They push the index up further than the others. And that's what's been happening with the S&P and the Nasdaq. So food for thought. Now let's take a look at versus the equal weight versus the market cap. Equal weight was only up 6%. Market cap was up 16%. Huge difference. 6 versus 16. Huge difference, right? Big difference there. So you can see the influence that these 7 companies are having on the overall market. So just FYI, the weightings in the market, the technology sector is by far the biggest sector in the market. Healthcare is second, financials is third, and so on and so on and so on. But this is what diversification looks like. And so when we take a look at my portfolio, I want you to ask me if I'm diversified. I want you to tell me, one, if I'm diversified, and of course, tell me if I should sell, buy, some of the stocks that I have in my portfolio. So as promised, let's take a look at my portfolio and you be the judge. I'm going to be the student. I'm Coach Mike, but I'm going to be the student on this one. You guys be the coach, okay? Now, some of these names you may not recognize, unlike the Magnificent Seven. They're household names. Everybody knows who they are. You might not know who Diageo is, okay? It's an alcohol company based in London. They got some of the biggest alcohols out there, beer, hard liquor, wine. They sell it all. The reason I got that company is because people drink when they're happy. They drink to celebrate. They drink when they're sad. People drink all the time. I'm not a drinker, but I know people drink all the time. I've got semiconductor stocks. I didn't know which semiconductor was the best, whether it's going to be Micron or AMD or Taiwan Semiconductor. So I just bought the index and it's up 47%. Pretty good. Actually, it's up more than NASDAQ, right? Hormel Foods, if you go to the supermarket and you buy packaged goods, if you buy Spam and a lot of other products like that, that's Hormel Foods. Fortinet is a cybersecurity company, and we all know that that's something you cannot live without, the way we have hackers these days. Procter & Gamble makes all the things that we need all the time, right? Doesn't matter if we're in a recession or not. If you need deodorant and toothpaste and soap and toilet paper, yeah, Procter & Gamble makes those things. And then the last one is a pharmaceutical company, AbbVie. It's sad to say that we live in a society where doctors just want to prescribe a pill, but that's the world we're living in. So those are my stocks that are in my portfolio. You can see it's a mixed bag. As I told you, everything is not up the way the indexes make you think everything is up. So here is where you get to be the judge, and you tell me, should I buy more of some of these? Should I sell some of these? Should I hold on to them? What should Coach Mike do with his portfolio? I want you to be the judge. This is going to be topic of discussion as soon as I get finished the next 2 or 3 slides. So wrapping it up here, just want to let you know that you got to stay, if you're going to be investing, you got to stay abreast of what's in the market. What's going on in your company, what's going on in your industry, what's going on in the market overall, and review the winners and losers and maybe make some adjustments. You should be doing that on a quarterly basis. Doesn't mean you got to do something, but you should at least review it and make a decision. I will do nothing, it's fine. Or something needs to change, okay? Use technology to your advantage to set triggers, set alerts, it lets you get a notification when something changed. Technology is a beautiful thing, let's use it, okay? Rebalance your portfolio if necessary. Book an appointment with me. If all this stuff is too much, just book an appointment, okay? Just book an appointment. The first one is free consultation. We will just talk and figure out if this is something you want to do, if you want to work with me one-on-one, I got to warn you, I'm like the personal trainer for stocks. If you ever hired a personal trainer, you know that you're doing most of the work, right? You're doing the push-ups, you're doing the pull-ups, you're on the treadmill. I am the trainer, I am the coach. So you're doing the work. I'm going to help you, but I'm here to help you. I'm not here to do the work. I got my own portfolio to manage, but I'm here to help you manage your portfolio. So that's the key difference. If you want someone to do it for you, I'm not your guy. Sorry to say, I'm not your guy, but I will help you, okay? I always wrap it up by saying that learning is a journey. It is not a destination. I've been investing since the late 80s, early 90s, and here we are in 2023, and I'm still learning new stuff all the time. So don't think that you can go to 1 or 2 workshops, 1 or 2 webinars, and you've got it. This market changes all the time. You got to stay current. I personally love it and I enjoy it, but I'm a student of life. I'm a student of learning. So that's what it takes to be successful in this market. It's not a one-time course and you got it all. Don't listen to social media. Trust me, it's not that easy. But I'm here to help. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. Let's have a good discussion. This is Coach Mike again. Here's my contact info. If you'd like to book an appointment, it's a judgment-free, obligation-free meeting. I just want to talk. I promise I just want to talk. I'm not high pressure. Let's just talk and see if I'm the right guy for you and if you're the right client for me. I hope you enjoyed this. That concludes the presentation. I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to stop recording and we're going to have a great discussion.